So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. And
now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. In motion right, one of the tight ends. Now an option play on 2nd down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Lamar changing the look. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and 10. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To the left side and taken in by Chosen. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Naturally, the starter with great field position is facing 4th down.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 165 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
20 TX.
Again, it's A-Chain. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, they go back to A-Chain. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run here with A-Chain.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Into space at the 45.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second and 6. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Jackson, options out left. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Roquan Smith, the All-Pro, the former Bear, is there to make the stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Tua.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fielded at the 20. Well, great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
An audible here to get a new look. They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brings up second and 4. At the 27
Now Lamar
yard
changing the play. He'll find Bateman once more.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
And now they'll shift things around.
Brings up second and 7 at the 8-yard line.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive.
There he goes left side.
He's on his way.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon A-Chain.
77 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
14. Robbie Gould set to kick
After
off.
the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
right, fellas, listen up.
Running left, it's A-Chain.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 6 at the 5-yard line.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A give left side. Here's A-Chain. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. A-Chain will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Touchdown! Robbie Chosen from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
A 10-yard gain.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And quickly they get to the line. Jackson on 1st down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Yo. Hey, Ozzy, shut up. Middle.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
44.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, long.
H.A. now up the middle.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Tua going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing is Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
TX.
They'll pitch it out to A-Chain. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Running right, here's A-Chain.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
3rd down, here's A-Chain. Now he's into the clear again.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby.